Hi there, Mr. Muhammed is here. I hope this tutorial can support you to review for your term 2 assessments. Let's get started. The first question here, this is called algebra wall, and for this one we need to add two cells to get the one on the top. So the first one has been done. How we got 3a? The a's are here, 5a with negative 2a. Since one of them is positive, one is negative, we're going to subtract them. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5a minus 2a is 3a. And for the b's, here is a negative b and here is 6b. Again, one is negative, one is positive, we're going to subtract them. 6 minus 1 is 5. The 6 is the greater one and the 6 is positive. That's why the result is positive. To do this one, here we have 3a with 5a. It will be 8a. 4b minus b will be 3b. Why positive 3b? One is positive, one is negative. We're going to subtract them. And the positive one is the greater one. 4 is greater than 1. That's why the result is positive. For this one, 3b with 4b, it will be 7b. And 2a with 3a is 5a. The 7b is positive because 3b and 4b both are positive. For this cell, 5a with 8a, it will be 13a. 7b with 3b will be 10b. For the cell 8a plus 3a, it will be 11a. 3b with 5b is 8b. Finally, 13a with 11a, it will be 24a. 10b with 8b is 18b. Done. This question, expand and simplify each expression. To expand, we always multiply the number which is outside the brackets by inside the brackets. And the same thing here. After we expanded the bracket, we're going to add the like terms. Then it will be the simplifying step. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 3 is 6. The 3 is positive, the 2 is positive. That's why this plus just comes down. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 4 is 12. Now let's add the number with the number and the x's together. Now 2x plus 3x is 5x. 6 plus 12 is 18. So this is the answer. For this one, again, 4 times y, 4 times 5, 2 times 2y, 2 times 2. 4 times y is 4y, plus 4 times 5 is 20. This plus comes down here. 2 times 2y is 4y, plus 2 times 2 is 4. Now, as you know, numbers together and the y's together. 4y plus 4y is 8y, plus 20 plus 4 is 24. Now, this question, if we have a variable outside the brackets, it has the same process. We start by multiplying the x by inside the brackets, then this x by inside the brackets, then add the like terms together. X times x is x squared. X times 2 will be 2x. This plus comes down here. X times x, x squared. X times 5 is 5x. Now add the like terms. Like terms here, x squared with x squared are like terms. 2x with 5x are like terms. X squared plus x squared, simply we have 2x squares. 2x plus 5x is 7x. This one, z times 2z, it will be 2. Because there is no number with this z, so we just multiply the letters together. The number is just copied down. Z squared plus Z plus 4 Z squared plus 5 Z. Now again, Z squares together and Z's alone without square together. Now that's how it looks. 2Z plus 4Z is 6Z squared plus 6Z. Done. This one, work out the value of X and Y in each of these diagrams. Simply work out the value means solve it. Solve it means send the numbers to your side and the letter alone on the other side. To start, 5x minus 3 has the same length as 37. So as equation, we can write it like this: 5x minus 3 is equal to 37. Now to get rid of this negative 3, we can send this negative 3 to the side. It will be positive. So 5x is equal to 37 plus 3. 5x is equal to 37 plus 3 is 40. 5 times which number is 40? Of course, it's 8. We get the value of x. Now to get y, we do the same here. 2y plus 3 is equal to 20 because 2y plus 3 has the same length as 20. Now to solve this, firstly we expand. Whenever you have brackets, you better expand, then keep the letter alone on a side. 2 times y is 2y plus 2 times 3 is 6 equals 20. Now if we send the 6 to this side, it will be negative, so 2y is equal to 20 minus 6. It means 2y is equal to 14. Which number times 2 is equal to 14? Y is equal to 7. So we get the value of y. Similarly, we can solve part B. To do so, here we have this equation is equal to this one. 3x plus 1 is equal to 2x plus 5. As I told you, whenever you see brackets, expand it first. So we just copy the side as it is, equal to 2x plus 10. Now we need to send the letters to a side and the numbers to the other side. We better send this 2x to the side. The 2x becomes negative. 3x minus 2x will be 1x, which is just x. It's fine to write 1x, but it's better if you don't write 1x. That shows your accuracy. And what's remaining on the side is just 10. And on the side, we're going to send this 1 to the side. It will be negative. So x is equal to 9. We got the value of x. Now to get the value of y, we use these two, this one and this one. 4y plus 5 is equal to 2y plus 15. Now let's use another method to solve this. We can get rid of this 2y first, so we can say minus 2y for both sides. Then this 2y here will be cancelled because it's repeated. 4y minus 2y is 2y. 2y plus 5 is equal to 15. Now get rid of this 5. We can say minus 5 both sides. Then you see 2y is equal to 10. From this, y is equal to 5. Done. We got the value of x, we got the value of y. We finished the question. About statistics, mean, mode, median, and range for group data tables like this. When we have a frequency table like this, frequency stands for number of repeats. So age 11 is repeated 10 times in this group, in this 50 members. of a clap. Age 12 is repeated 21 times. Age 13 is repeated 8 times. So frequency stands for number of repeats. Then to find the range, let's start with the range. Range is greatest minus smallest. We don't care about frequency to find range. The greatest is 16 minus the smallest is 11. 16 minus 11 is 5. The 5 is the range. To find the mode, we look at the highest frequency. Highest frequency here is 21. 21 is the highest frequency. It means 12 is repeated 21 times. So 12 is the most repeated number. That makes the 12 the mode. To find median, there are two ways. The easier way that I prefer is the cancellation one. Cancellation, we're going to cancel the frequencies, the greatest with the smallest, until we see only one non-zero frequency. Okay, minus 3, it will be 0. Minus 3, it will be 7. Now this 0 is gone. Now the subtraction will be between this 3 and the 7. Minus 3, it will be 0. Minus 3, it will be 4. Now between the 4 and 5, minus 4, it will be 0. Minus 4, it will be 1. Minus 1, it will be 0. Minus 1, it will be 20. Now between the 8 and the 20, minus 8, it will be 0. So as you see, 18 is the non-zero frequency. That makes the 12 median. So median is 12. Mean is important. Finding mean. To find the mean, we add a new row to the table. We got the new row. Now we need to find the total frequency and the total of the new row. The total frequency is 50. The total of the new row. Now the total of the new row, 110 plus 252 plus 104 plus 70 plus 45 plus 48 is 629. So the total of the new row is 629. Now these two numbers will give us the mean. The mean will be 629 divided by 50. That gives 12.58. Done. We got the range, mode, median, and mean. Sometimes we have frequency tables, not like this exactly. We have classes. When we have classes, the first thing you have to do, find the midpoint for each class by adding the two numbers, then divide by 2. 11 plus 20 is equal to 31. Divide by 2 is 15.5. 21 plus 30 is equal to 51. Divide by 2 is 25.5. 31 plus 40 is equal to 71. Divide by 2, it's 35.5. And the midpoint for here, 41 plus 50 is 91. Divide by 2 is 45.5. Now we can find range, mode, median, and mean by just dealing with the midpoints. Whenever we have classes in a table, so work out their midpoints and do the same procedure as we did for the previous question, then you will get everything right. This is the row of midpoints. Percentage. When we have some missing numbers in percentage for such a question, look, it's given that 37% of x, which is the missing number in all of these, x is the missing number. So 37% of x is 44.03. 24% of x is 28.56. Now we are going to use these two given facts, to work out all of these 5 percentages. Now, 74, it's clear that 74 is 2 times 37. So to get the answer of 74%, so you're going to multiply this result by 2. So the answer of part A is 44.03 multiplied by 2, that gives 88.06. B. 48, it's clear that 48 is 2 times 24. 48 is 2 times 24, so multiply 28.56 by 2. 28.56 multiplied by 2, it gives you 48% of x. It's not necessary to find the value of x because we have 2 facts and we are using the facts to work out the percentage. 57.12. Part C, 61. How can we get 61 using 37 and 24? 37 plus 24 is equal to 61. So add the results of 37%. So 44.03 plus 28.56, that gives 72.59. Part D, 18.5. How can we get 18.5 using 37 or 24? So 37 divided by 2 is equal to 18.5. So the result of 37, which is 44.03 divided by 2, is equal to 22.015. And the last one, E, 13. How can we get 13? If we subtract 24 from 37, 37 minus 24 is equal to 13. We're going to subtract the result of 37, 44.03, minus the result of 24%, which is 28.56. So it will be 15.47. Okay, this question, when 420 students took an examination, 80% passed. So how many passed? How many passed? 80% of 420 passed the exam. How can we work this out? We can cancel 2 zeros, then multiply 8 by 42 if you are not using calculator. With calculator, simply just multiply 80 by 420. That gives 33,600. Divide the result by 100. It will be 336 students has passed the exam. Okay, what percentage failed? It's given in the question that 80% passed. So it means 20% failed. Then the question says how many failed. It means we need to work out 20% of 420. That gives 20 times 420 divided by 100. That gives 84. 84 students failed. We can get this using another method. We know 80% is 336. Then simply 420 minus 336 is 84. Next question. Percentages of increase and decrease. In both cases of increase and decrease, we have to calculate the percentage, but in the increase case, we add the result of the percentage to the total, and for the decrease, we're going to subtract the result of the percentage from the total. Now, part A just says find 15% of 60. 15% of 60 is equal to 9. Then the question says increase $60 by 15. So it means we need to add the total to the result of the percentage, which is 69. And for this one, since the question says decrease, we need to subtract the result of the percentage, which is 9, from the total. 60 minus 9 is equal to 51. And remember, currency sign must be before the numbers, and units like centimeter, millimeter, kilometer, mile must be after the numbers. So for this question, we have currency sign, the dollar sign, so the dollar sign must come before the numbers. Drawing the graph of equation. So basically we need at most 3 points. We need to plot 3 points, then join the points together. We will get a straight line which represents the equation. But this question says complete the table, so we have to complete it. It's not about drawing the graph. We just have to complete the x. To complete the table, then substitute these numbers in place of x in the equation, then work out the value of y. If we put -4 in place of this x, we will have -4 minus 2, that gives -6. If we put -3 in place of x, we will have -3 minus 2, that gives -5. Because they're both negative, we add them with the same sign. If we put -2 in place of this x, we will have -4. Then if we put 0 in place of x, we will have only -2. If we put +2, one is positive, one is negative, we subtract. 2 minus 2 is 0. And if we put 4, 4 minus 2 simply is 2. To draw the graph of this equation, we need to plot 3 points and then join them with a straight line. So let's plot -4 and 6. -4 in x line is right here, and -6 in y line, so between them, this point is -4 and -6. If we put 0 in place of x, 0 is in the center, and -2 in y is right here. We need one more point. Let's put 4 and 2. If we put 4 in place of x, and we need to have 2 in place of y, so this is 4 and 2. As you see, all the points are on the same straight line. It means your answer is correct. Whenever you see that the points are not on the same straight line, it means there are problems somewhere with your drawing, or with the axis, or with the calculation in the table. So double check. It's not fine if you have 3 points from the same equation not forming a straight line. B, we did the drawing. Now question 2, we're going to use the same grid, the same xy axis, to draw the graph of this equation. Firstly, we complete the table. If we put -3 in place of this x, so 2 times -3 is -6. If we put -2, it will be -4, so it means we are right. -1 times 2 is -2. 2 times 0 is still 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. Let's plot 3 of these points. Let's plot 0, 0. It's the easiest. It's in the center. Then -2, -4. -2 is right here. -4. That's it. And 1 and 2. 1 in x is here. 2 in y is right here. So join them with a straight line. As you see, this is the graph of this equation. Finding midpoint is pretty easy. We can find the midpoint by adding the x's in the coordinate together and the y's together. As you know, in any coordinate, the first number always stands for x, the second number stands for y. X, y. 1 plus 7 is 8. Divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Negative 1 plus 5 is equal to 4 divided by 2. 4 divided 2 is 2. So this coordinate is the midpoint between these two. Similarly, we can do part B. Negative 4 plus 2 will be negative 2 divided by 2. And negative 3 plus 5 will be 2 divided by 2. That gives negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So this coordinate is the midpoint between these 2 points. I hope you find it helpful. Thank you for watching.